Okay, it's 1994. I'm 16 years old. I've been disabled my whole life and have medical trauma that I don't even realize, so you would think that ER would be the last thing I would want to watch. But the commercials for this thing, oh my god, it looked so good. I was so hyped. And yeah, I would have been 16, and I swear I remember them airing it in the spring as a TV movie and then re-airing it in the fall to start off the show. But IMDb says it aired in the fall, so I guess my summer of intense anticipation was just from the commercials for it. I don't know, I was so psyched for this thing. I was in it from minute one. I started watching it right when it aired, and I was hooked. I watched it, oh gosh, I can't even tell you, 7 seasons, maybe? I could say up until this thing happened, and then I was a less regular viewer, but, yeah. Anyways, so I had a TV in my room. I would watch it when it aired, and I would also VHS record it when it aired, so I could rewatch it again. And, yeah. My little brother would sneak into my room to watch it with me, like after mom had gone to sleep. I was all in on this show. I was 16. I definitely had a thing for bad boys, so I was into Dr. Ross, but not as hardcore as you would think. And I think part of that was that I knew my sister was, like, so hardcore into that character, like so hardcore, that I think I felt a little weird being like thinking about that when like I was like, no, that one's for my sister. And I don't know, maybe he was a little too like to be a teenager and have a thing for a bad boy character your own age. Okay. To be a teenager and have a thing for a character who's an adult person, like, okay, I've done both of those things. To be a teenager and have a thing for a character who is both an adult and a bad boy maybe was a little much for me at 16, which is weird, but there was this thing where like I was attracted to him, but I also kind of wanted him to like adopt me and be my like quote unquote uncle or something. I don't know. Anyways, Dr. Green, I definitely wanted Dr. Green to adopt me. And Carter, yes, I was like, I want to date Carter. Carter is the guy you bring home to meet the parents. Dr. Benton, I could not get into at first. As an adult, on rewatch, knowing how his character grows and stuff, just like, and like, yes, hello, I will go home with Dr. Benton, but you are not there yet. There's an episode that is a Dr. Benton episode where he like goes out of town. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but it's like him out of town doing a thing, and I like you see the growth in him. Like there's like storylines where he really grows, and so yeah, it's good. He has a good growth, and you'll come around on him. I also was a little white girl from the country who didn't know any black people and didn't understand. I mean, it was 1994. I did not understand in any way, like, what he'd had to go through to get where he was and be who he was and the things he'd had to fight back against. So I, wasn't giving him any leeway for that. But yeah, he starts out as a dick. I mean, I couldn't, as a kid, like the way he treated Carter, I was like, no, like, get away from my boyfriend, Dr. Benton. But he grew on me, and then as an adult, I still, in the first couple seasons, I'm like, no, get away from Carter. Don't touch the precious boy who needs to be protected at all costs. But knowing where he's going and understanding where he came from, it makes a difference. So yeah, that's that. Dr. Green, listen, we all have fake worlds we make up in our heads, don't we? And I had a whole thing where, I don't know, I was his niece and I'd been thrown out for behaving too badly, and he took me in, and, you know, there was a whole storyline, and, you know, that you know what, I'm not even going to tell you the whole storyline. There was a storyline at it was a Mary Sue of all Mary Sues. All right, every man in the show had some connection to my character. Like, it was all great. Everyone loved me or wanted to take care of me, whatever. I was 16 and a writer, and this was what I did when I had insomnia at night. So, yeah. So I guess I loved all of the characters except Dr. Benton straight out of the gate. And I saw you had a question about, does Carol ever date anyone decent? And that you're already up to Shep. You are cruising through. So I liked Shep. I mean, he was kind of boring, but I thought they had really great chemistry, which in fact they did, because they met on the show ER, the actors, and they ended up married. And they were married for a long time. I mean, 10 years, 15 years, something. They're divorced now, but they were married for years, and they did some movies together and some other work together. But how they met was when their characters dated on the show. So I don't know if with another person, if I would have liked Shep as much as I did on the show, but I did really like him, and I think a large part of that is I thought he had good chemistry with Carol. Like, I thought the actors had good chemistry together, and so Shep and Carol that had chemistry, and I don't know that I would have liked him, with somebody else, but I liked him, and I really like that actor a lot. His name is Ron Eldard, and I like him a lot. So yeah, except, it's been how many years, and still when I see him, I'm like, hey, look, it's Shep. But that racism episode, I felt like that was really out of character for him at that point. But I guess that's kind of the point, isn't it? Like, it was out of character for him, but isn't that the point? Like, you don't know who's gonna, you don't know who's gonna say or do the racist thing, and then double down on it. Like he doesn't seem like the guy, but isn't that kind of the point? That it never, some people seem like the guy, but there are also many people who don't seem like the guy who's going to do a racism, as you said. And, yeah. So, that was one of your questions. I did not like her fiance. He was boring. I did like her with Shep. I cannot for the life of me think of who else she dates. But I think you will reach a point where, things happen with her. Oh, I know later. Oh, later she sort of semi-dates this guy. I don't want to say too much and give things away, but he's a hottie. And they have good chemistry together. But it's not going to work out. Like, I can't answer any of your questions without giving away spoilers. But, yeah, no, I agree the fiancé was boring, and clearly when she dated Doug, he was a big pile of trash. I think I accidentally hit the stop button. Oh, wait, no, I'm still going. Yeah, he was a big pile of trash. So, but he gets better, and oh my God, you've seen the episode with the boy, in the tunnel with the water and oh my God, pipe. Drain pipe. Oh my god, that episode. So ER had this habit of doing like, instead of like, I mean, they had other times they did really great episodes, but they had this thing about Thanksgiving. Like their Thanksgiving, and I don't remember if they aired on Thanksgiving or if they aired the week before or the week after, but it was like this big Thanksgiving. Every episode was like this extravaganza of like, there's one where like a train derails and one where like a bus is hanging off a cliff, and this is like over the top like movie style production, like the airplane crash in Lost, like it's just like this big to do. So they would do these like really intense Thanksgiving episodes. And I don't know if, wait, hold on, I can pause this and check. Okay, according to IMDb, Hell and High Water is not the Thanksgiving episode, but damn, it should be. Ones I really like are, I mean, I'm invested in all their personal stories, but I also really like the kind of catastrophe episodes. The pilot had that, I can't even remember what the thing was that happened in the pilot, which is a shame here, but big thing comes in, and a big catastrophe. All these patients, triage this, do and make room here, and get everything ready, and they're coming, and it's very exciting, and I like those. There's one where it's like a blizzard and something terrible happens. I love the blizzard episode. Wait, I'm just gonna scroll through. Love the pilot. Trying to see. I really enjoy. There is somewhere in here. Blizzard. That's first season. There's one where it's a Christmas episode, and Dr. Green's trying to help someone deliver a baby over the phone. I don't know, I really like that episode. There's a Halloween episode, and I don't know if that's first season or second season, where it's Carter and then just the ladies. None of the guys are there for the night. I really love that. That's like a favorite episode. It's not Halloween. It's full moon Saturday night. It's not Halloween. It's in March, and it is the first season. I love that. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head, and try not to spoil you, but just the gang shootout one. Just like a variety of episodes that are like, I mean, obviously there's a train derailment, and that's the greatest episode ever. I don't know. I like those episodes, but I also like all the interpersonal stuff. And I'm going to read your text messages right now and see what else you had to say. Carol can't adopt the little Russian girl. Oh my god, that was heartbreaking when she says goodbye to her in Russian, and she's never gonna see her again, and that kid's not gonna understand. Ugh. Dr. Green and his wife, listen. She is an uptight bitch, and they played her that way on purpose, and I do not like her. And I don't like that they were like, oh, let's make the stereotypical uptight bitch wife, so that she's the enemy, but they did, and I don't like her. However, their agreement was that she would support the family while he, did his residency and all that shit, and then he would, get out once he was done, and then he would support her while she went to law school, and he has the chance to do that and to go work a regular job with regular hours so that he can take care of their kid and leave the yard, and he doesn't do it. He has the chance to do something better, and he doesn't do it. They had a deal. It's his turn to support the family. They have a kid. These are the sacrifices you have to make. And he doesn't want to leave the ER, and so he just doesn't. He just does what he wants and expects her to be fine with it and to not, leave him. I do not like her. And yes, as you say in your text about Dr. Lewis, yes, I want Dr. Lewis and Dr. Green to be together forever. Like, I want them to get together and to be together and everything about them. Yes, 100%. But no, he was wrong. He screwed Jennifer over. It was not cool, dude. It was not cool to put your own wants ahead of your family and your, marriage. So that's lame. Dr. Lewis's sister really sucks. Yeah, duh. I'm guessing based on based on where I saw you were on Twitter and everything, that the sister has come and gone, and that little Susie is there now, and boy, Chloe is a piece of work. I don't know how Susan turned out the way she did and Chloe turned out the way she did. You do meet their parents, and you can definitely see where some of their issues come from, but, man, Chloe is the worst. Little Susie is the best, though, and, yeah, that's great. Dr. Benton's mother, that's a really good storyline. I don't think I appreciated it as much when I was younger, because, I hadn't gone through that, but probably if I watched it now, gosh, I did a rewatch during pandemic. I don't know. But since my own mother, I understand that more. I do not like that, he's with a married woman. I'm sorry, but I am a big nope on that. That really turns me off of characters, turns me off of people, too. I'm like, if you're unhappy in your marriage, get divorced, and then date whoever the fuck you want. I don't know. It's a coward's way out to stay married and date who you want while you're married and lie about it and just suck it up and get divorced or go to counseling or do whatever. I don't know. Or, be in a polyamorous or polygamous marriage. But yeah. I hate it. I have personal issues for personal reasons. I did not like that, even though I really like that actress a lot. Gloria Rubin is freaking fantastic, and and I love Jeannie. Good God, my brain just shorted out. That's her name, right? Yeah, that's her name. I could never do a podcast. I say way too many times. I've always wanted to do an ER podcast, though, and I have a friend who's as obsessed with this show as I am. But unfortunately, she has a kid, and I guess being a parent takes up all her time. I don't even know if she'd be interested in doing it. I've always wanted to do a podcast. I hate my voice. I hate it. But the chance to just, talk about things I love and then have other people listen to them and appreciate it. Maybe I just have issues about being heard. I just want to be heard. I want people to listen to me. And, I also am a rambler about things that I like. So that's good. Let's see. Anyways, I can't remember why I started talking about how I want to do a podcast, but, oh yeah, because I say too many times. Let's see, I'm scrolling down where you say something traumatic is going to happen with the helicopter. Listen, multiple traumatic things are going to happen with helicopters, alright? Helicopters and trauma, that's a thing. Your mother loved George Clooney and you could not care less about this man? Oh no, I love George Clooney. Listen, I already expressed my feelings about Dr. Ross. They changed as I got older because, I wasn't a 16-year-old who was intimidated by the bad boy grown man, but I love George. I love George. Ocean's 11 is peak George, but so is Out of Sight. Out of Sight is George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. You would not think that would be a good combination. They have unbelievable chemistry together. And that's what I like about George. He has chemistry with everyone. The man could have chemistry with a tree or a statue or crack in the sidewalk. Like, he just has chemistry, and I'm in it. You say Dr. Benton and Green, however, yes, you like them. Yeah, see, Dr. Benton, I don't like him at first. He grows on me, and now as an adult, I'm like, yes, please, yes. The last time I rewatched it, actually the last couple times I've rewatched it, yes, I've watched the show, like, episodes, the first 5 seasons, oh god, I've probably seen every episode 15 times at least, I don't know. Watched it all the way through twice now. But yeah, it's I in the last decade have been like yes to Dr. Green I've always liked Anthony Edwards as an actor, and I have recognized yes he's attractive, but I had to outgrow the whole see, this is so weird now that I'm all like yes please about him, because as a kid I was like adopt me, be my uncle, whatever. I was like that about Dr. Ross too, and now I'm like yes please. And Dr. Benton, I'm just a whore, all right. So yeah, also, I would say yes, please to Carol. I would yes, please all over the place. Yes, tiny baby twink Noah must be protected. And now watching it, I'm like, good God, how is he like a doctor? He can't be a doctor. That's not right. He's a little baby. They shouldn't let him practice medicine. At the time, he was closer to my age. He would have been 8 years older than me or something. And now is like 25 years younger than me or whatever. And I'm like, no, don't let him practice medicine. He's a baby. Now I was going through. Yes. I'm keeping going. Yep, I got to the end of your text. So that's all. I love the people at the desk. I love the nurses. They're all really great. And some of them stay through the whole run of the show, which is awesome. Trying to think what else I can say without spoiling. I'm not sure where you're at. Wait, hold on. I'm going to pause and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, also, I see you're watching Buffy. Why are you doing this to me? Because I have a lot of feelings about Buffy also. But I was just scrolling through your Twitter real quick to see if I could tell where you were at in ER. And I just see a tweet that says, Xander, for the love of God, please stop eating shit you find on the floor. Okay. Yeah, duh. So don't do that. Xander, my dumb idiot child, I love you. I was all about Xander back in the day, and I still am, but also watching it as an adult, I'm like, you dumb idiot child. In a different day, I will tell you about meeting Nicholas Brendan. Yeah, Buffy, love it, have many feelings. My brother is showing it to his kids for the first time, and their favorite episode is the love potion, Xander and the love potion. So you'll see when you get there. I'm not even going to go into how my brother's an idiot who's not going to show them anything after high school graduation and isn't going to show them the TV show Angel, which, yes, I understand. Angel is a grown-ass man trying to date a 16-year-old, even by vampire standards. This is not acceptable, blah, 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 blah. His growth on the TV show Angel is fantastic, and I love him. And also, Giles and Spike and... this show. Oh my god. Oh wait. So yeah, did you see the episode where Xander is a hyena? Whew, hot damn, son. Alright, I was just trying to like scroll through and like see where you are, but I guess where you are is Shep being racist and Dr. Green and Jen getting divorced. But while I did that, I had to scroll through, and it's like Star Trek or Stargate or whatever. I guess Stargate is one of the things you're watching, and you're also watching Buffy, and I just have so many feelings that you're watching Buffy and ER at the same time. How are you handling that? Oh my god, I couldn't do it. That would be so overwhelming. But I have so many Buffy thoughts, and I'm just so happy right now for you. I'm so happy for you. I have so many feelings. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start looking at fucking X. I'm just calling it Twitter more often so I can keep track of all of your shit, because I was just laughing my butt off your Buffy text, and I have to keep track of where you are on ER. And I guess this means you've met Laura Innes as Carrie Weaver, and she grows on you too. I wish that they had cast a actually disabled actress for that role, but given that it was whatever 1995, the fact that they had a leading disabled character to begin with was pretty freaking awesome. So I will take that. She's a great actress, love her a lot. Did you watch Deep Impact, the movie Deep Impact? So yep, I recommend Deep Impact as a movie, but also, I mean, it's the 90s. It's a 90s natural disaster movie. You get what you get, but I love it. I like it way more than Armageddon. And she's in that. And I don't know. I like her a lot. And, William H. Macy. Oh, he's great in ER. Loved him. The cool thing about ER is just, like, how many people pop up. And, like, the next time I do a rewatch, I'm going to take a picture of every person that I recognize as being, from that they weren't anybody back then. Like, I mean, has Jared Padalecki showed up yet? Has Jeffrey Dean Morgan? No, I know Jeffrey Dean Morgan hasn't showed up yet. That's later. Like, as guest stars, like the people that show up as guest stars, like, I'm trying to think. There's so many, and some of them are people where you're like, oh, hey, it's, Brad from that show, it's just like, and then some of them are like big names, that are big people now, and you're like, holy shit, so that's really fun. And the next time I watch it, I'm not going to live tweet, but I am just going to tweet, tonight's episode is brought to you by Robert Picardo, or whatever, who stars in as this and this and this. Have you seen Twister? Jerry is in Twister, so that's fun. Jerry at the desk is fun. Jerry is also in one of my favorite episodes of the X-Files, which is fun. So yep, I enjoy that. I don't know. I feel like this was a lot less coherent than it was in my head, but I just have so many feelings. Okay. All right. Well, now I've been talking at you for a half an hour, so I'm gonna go and put this up on YouTube, because we can't do voice memos to each other because, what, you don't have an iPhone? I wonder if I could have done it if I did it through my phone. Let's see. I'm checking right now. Nope. I don't know why. Weird. Anyways, I love ER. I love it so much. God damn it. You know what happened the other day was Hulu freaked out and tried to tell me to continue watching a bunch of shows that I'd already watched. And, and I was like, no. And I was like, you know what though? I'm looking for something to listen to while I'm falling asleep. I've done Bob's Burgers 2 times all the way through. I tried to do Numbers, the TV show Numbers, and I ended up accidentally watching it instead. And so then I tried to do Raising Hope as a thing to listen to as I'm falling asleep and have running while I'm sleeping, because that helps me sleep. And then Raising Hope, accidentally started actually watching it too. So I was like, let's do ER. So I turned ER on. I didn't even make it 5 minutes into ER, and I was like, nope, this is a bad idea. I'm not going to be able to sleep when this is on. I kept having to open my eyes because I knew some certain facial expression was going to happen. Or, I was saying the line. I know some of these, the pilot especially, or the first few seasons, memorize the lines. I'm have to open my eyes. So and so is going to do such and such. Oh my God. I don't know how I thought I was going to sleep with that on. So didn't even make it 5 minutes. I turned it off. It was like, no, Hulu, stop trying to trick me into doing a full rewatch. So that happened. But I definitely am going to do a rewatch sometime soonish. Maybe when I'm done with Beverly Hills 90210, which is sort of a rewatch, sort of just a first watch, because I watched the first 2 seasons, and then after that, I just occasionally caught an episode. ER, I stopped watching at a certain point, but then it happened to be on right around the time I would get up in the morning. They would rerun it on TNT, and I recorded every episode off of TNT. I had like 30 VCR tapes full of episodes, and I just never really wanted to watch after a certain point. For reasons, and just because, a show reaches a certain point and it's just not that good anymore, but so I decided to do it about 5 years ago, and I watched it all the way through, and I was like, oh my god, like, there are a few bad years here and there, or a few bad plot points, but, I deprived myself. The show, it stays good, in my opinion, for the whole 15 seasons. So, yeah. And there are characters later on that I absolutely love. So, nothing hits for me like those first few seasons when I was a devotee. But, it's good. I like it. I think it sticks all the way through. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. I feel like that's enough. I'm so excited. You're watching ER and Buffy. I just have a lot of feelings. Okay, goodbye.